I, you never say that I speak good English. Well,
You do.
well, the reason is I was born during colonial times.
Colonial
Under the
time.
British. We got independence in 1957.
Okay.
So when we go to school, they put us to do Queen's English.
Queen's English.
Not any English.
I noticed that your English is very good. I just don't like to make that comment because it sounds a bit pretentious if I tell you you have good.
No,
Yeah.
I'll have to explain that because the new generation, they change over to another language. So
Yeah.
it's just not as
It's
good.
true though, actually, because I've spoken to younger people here as well, and their English wasn't the ones that I might have ran into. Their English wasn't as, I guess, as brushed up as yours is.
Yeah.
Bayangkan satu situasi yang ramai orang luar tak pernah jangka. Seorang Mat Saleh melangkah masuk ke pasar basah di Malaysia. Bukan pusat beli belah mewah, bukan hotel 5 bintang. Tetapi pasar yang panas, sibuk, penuh suara peniaga dan pelanggan. Dalam kepala mereka, pasar seperti ini biasanya dikaitkan dengan bahasa tempatan sahaja, komunikasi ringkas atau sekadar isyarat tangan. Tetapi apa yang berlaku seterusnya benar-benar buat mereka terkejut. Bila mereka bertanya harga, arah, atau sekadar bergurau kecil, jawapan yang diterima bukan broken English. Bukan bahasa kaku, tetapi English yang lancar, yakin dan penuh senyuman. Di situlah bermulanya rasa hairan yang bertukar menjadi seronok. Mereka tak sangka di pasar Malaysia pun English level dunia. Reaksi pertama selalunya sama, mata terbeliak sedikit, senyum lebar, dan ketawa kecil seolah-olah berkata dalam hati, aku silap sangka, ramai orang luar datang ke Malaysia dengan satu jangkaan tertentu. Mereka fikir English hanya digunakan di pejabat, universiti atau kawasan elit. Tetapi realitinya, bahasa itu hidup bersama rakyat biasa. Peniaga pasar yang setiap hari berurusan dengan pelbagai lapisan masyarakat, dari pelancong hinggalah ekspatriat, sudah terbiasa menyesuaikan diri. Bukan untuk menunjuk, bukan untuk berlagak, tetapi kerana itu sebahagian daripada kehidupan seharian. Di sinilah daya tarikan Malaysia yang jarang disedari. Keupayaan berkomunikasi bukan datang dari buku semata-mata, tetapi dari sikap terbuka dan keberanian untuk mencuba. Mat Saleh yang datang dengan niat membeli belah akhirnya pulang dengan cerita. Cerita tentang negara yang rakyatnya santai, fleksibel dan tidak takut untuk berkomunikasi. Mereka mula sedar bahawa Malaysia bukan sekadar destinasi murah atau tempat singgah sementara, tetapi sebuah negara yang masyarakatnya bersedia berhubung dengan dunia luar tanpa kehilangan identiti sendiri. Dan dari pasar inilah, persepsi mereka tentang Malaysia mula berubah perlahan-lahan tanpa disedari.
We have to take exams, based in Cambridge. Examination, the syllabus, it was awful, it was tough.
I've actually met elderly people. I'm not calling you old, but I'm
I'm very old. Make no buzz about
But
it.
you look great for
I'm
your
quite proud. Being 70.
You look great for your age,
Oh,
though.
thank you.
But I met also people around your age, and they also spoke really great English as well. And I assumed that it was because during your time you guys were put in these British medium schools.
That's
and,
right.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah, okay.
The British would check our fingernails,
Really, yeah.
our teeth, and feed us with cod liver
How did you
oil.
guys feel about that at the time?
Oh, we feel awful. We hate it. I was sitting under a coconut tree having fun, by the beach, and they pick you up, put you in a school, and teach you grammar.
The way the British do. Huh? Yeah. They try to bring their culture to you instead of trying to adapt to
They
yours.
try to civilize us.
Yeah, civilized. But I don't know. I mean, I just think that every country that I travel to most of them have been colonized by some European country, usually British, and I think most of the things that are not great, but there are some good takeaways, but usually there's a very negative perspective
Well,
on that.
in hindsight, there's some very good things that left behind.
Yeah.
Good roads.
Good roads.
Hospitals.
Definitely, yeah. So listen, you can take.
And don't work so hard.
Don't
they
work.
always say.
Yeah. You can find the silver lining in anything,
Oh yeah.
So
All of my people are telling me you need to come here and try Laxum.
Yeah, you need to try.
So I'm here.
Special one.
I'm here. Hook me up. The special one.
Yeah.
So what makes it so special?
Special because it's a broth from fish and mutton.
Okay, cool.
You want to try some?
Yeah, give me an order, please. So you mix both of these?
No. This one is the famous for Cantonese.
Okay.
This one Penang style. Lobster different.
Kelantanese.
This Kelantanese.
Yeah, well, everyone will kill me if I don't have Kelantanese. So yeah, we're doing Kelantanese.
When you come from Kelantan, you have to try this one.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You want
Yeah.
laksa or you want laksam?
What's the difference between laksa and laksam? This has me confused. Hello.
Okay, this one is called laksam.
Okay.
Okay, this one is laksa. Laksa more like mee.
Oh, so it's more like just
Mee,
like
pasta.
like a pasta noodle.
Yes.
And this one is
Like you call it laksam.
like thicker.
Yeah, thicker than.
Wow, that's interesting. You know what? I've eaten this in many different countries. That style of noodle. I've never had this before. So this is going to be laksa.
This one is laksam.
Laksam. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because yeah, actually, I think in JB I had laksa.
Laksa Johor is it?
So now we're gonna have some
Laksam.
laksa.
Yeah.
How old are you?
70.
70?
Yeah.
Get out of here. I don't believe that.
Drinking too much coconut.
So I'm gonna get the coconut because I'm thirsty. How you doing, boss? One coconut water, just like that.
Okay.
With ice, please. And you're from KL?
Yes. Nice.
What's your name, sir?
Zainuddin.
Huh?
Zainuddin.
Zainuddin. How long have you been doing this?
2 years. I'm getting worse. I'm not improving. Actually, there's a young guy who's so good.
Yeah. At cutting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well,
70.
How old are you?
70.
70?
Yeah.
Get out of here. I don't believe that.
Drinking too much coconut.
Yeah.
Keeps you young.
You see, guys, the coconut keeps you young. That's what they say. One coconut a day keeps the wrinkles away.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how true that is, but how much is one coconut?
5 ringgit.
5 ringgit only.
Yeah.
5 ringgit, guys.
Only?
That's like $1. Back home, you won't find coconut water for $1. I can promise you that.
What do you get for $1 in America?
In America, you can't even get bubble gum for $1 anymore.
Really?
Yeah, things are really expensive.
I
you
asked
know?
a German
Yeah.
what they would get
Yeah.
€1 in Germany. You
Yeah.
know what he said? You get a kick in your backside.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, basically. You'd be lucky to
German
get
joke.
that. Yeah.
Semakin lama Mat Saleh ini berada di Malaysia, semakin jelas satu perkara. Kebolehan berbahasa Inggeris di sini bukan hasil paksaan, tetapi hasil persekitaran. Negara ini dibina atas pertemuan budaya, bahasa dan latar belakang yang berbeza. Dari sekolah, ke tempat kerja, hinggalah ke pasar, komunikasi menjadi jambatan utama. Sebab itu, bila orang luar melihat peniaga pasar boleh berbual dalam English dengan yakin, mereka bukan sekadar kagum tetapi rasa selesa, rasa bahawa mereka diterima. Dan rasa diterima inilah yang suka dicari di banyak tempat lain. Malaysia mungkin tidak sempurna, tetapi kelebihan kecil seperti ini memberi kesan besar. Ia menunjukkan bahawa kemajuan sesebuah negara bukan hanya pada bangunan tinggi atau teknologi canggih, tetapi pada sikap rakyatnya, sikap yang tidak malu untuk belajar, tidak takut untuk mencuba, dan tidak rasa rendah diri bila berhadapan dengan orang luar. Dari pasar yang panas dan sesat itulah, ramai Mat Saleh pulang dengan pandangan baru. Mereka sedar, kadang-kadang tempat yang paling sederhana menyimpan kejutan paling besar, dan di situlah letaknya nilai sebenar Malaysia, keupayaan untuk membuat orang rasa dialu-alukan, walaupun di ruang yang paling biasa. Hikmahnya, kita sering tidak sedar kekuatan yang kita ada kerana kita hidup dengannya setiap hari. Apa yang biasa bagi kita sebenarnya luar biasa bagi orang lain. Jadi persoalannya sekarang, adakah kita sendiri menghargai perkara kecil yang menjadikan negara ini unik? Atau kita hanya menyedarinya bila orang luar yang memuji? Apapun jawapannya, satu perkara pasti, keikhlasan dan keterbukaan tidak pernah rugi. Terima kasih kerana menonton. Dan semoga kisah ini membuatkan kita melihat Malaysia dengan rasa bangga yang lebih tenang. Bukan sombong, tetapi penuh kesyukuran.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
what is it?
This is putu piring.
Is it sweet or?
The inside, the ingredient inside is palm sugar.
Ah, okay.
It's not that sweet. It's just that average.
Tens de acreditar
You
nas
want one is
pessoas.
the rice biscuit, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you want
Bastante simpática. Preciso para lavar as mãos.
The bed,
LRT from
No, it walked.
we walk.
É bom. Ela bem disse, não é muito doce. So this has water here inside?
Yeah, the water up to like 3/4.
Ah, okay.
Then we steam it.
Mais panei coxo. Vamos lá. How much do we owe you?
Is it free?
No way. No way.
For you customer, I mean foreigner, come and have a seat. It's a pleasure for me.
Oh, okay, but no way. We have
Okay,
to.
it's okay.
For sure. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. My pleasure. Our pleasure. Our pleasure.
All of my people are telling me you need to come here and try laksam.
Yeah, you need to try.
So I'm here.
Special one.
I'm here. Hook me up. The special one. So what makes it so special?
Especially because it's a broth from fish and mutton.
Okay, cool.
You
So,
want to try some?
yeah, give me an order, please. So you mix both of these?
No. This one is the famous for Kelantanese.
Okay.
This one Penang style. It's two different.
Kelantanese.
This is Kelantanese.
Yeah, well, everyone will kill me if I don't have Kelantanese. So yeah, we're doing Kelantanese.
When you come from Kelantan, you have to try this one.
That makes sense.
Okay. You want
Yeah.
laksa or you want laksam?
What's the difference between laksa and laksam? This has me confused.
Okay, this one is called laksam.
Okay.
Okay, this one is laksa. Laksa more like meat.
Oh, so it's more like just
Meat,
like
pasta.
like a pasta noodle.
Yes.
And this one is
Like you call it laksam.
like thicker.
Yeah, thicker than.
Wow, that's interesting. You know what? I've eaten this in many different countries. That style of noodle, I've never had this before. So this is going to be laksa.
This one is laksam.
Laksam. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because yeah, actually I think in JB I had laksa.
Laksa Johor is it?
So now we're gonna have some
Laksam.
laksa.
Yeah.
Pada akhirnya, kisah seperti ini mengajar kita satu perkara yang sangat mudah tetapi sering kita terlepas pandang. Malaysia tidak perlu terlalu kuat bercakap tentang dirinya sendiri. Kita tidak perlu sentiasa membandingkan diri dengan negara lain atau merasa rendah kerana menganggap apa yang kita ada itu biasa. Hakikatnya, apa yang kelihatan biasa bagi kita seringkali menjadi sesuatu yang luar biasa bagi orang luar. Seorang Mat Saleh yang terkejut di pasar Malaysia bukan terkejut kerana harga murah atau suasana meriah semata-mata, tetapi kerana dia melihat satu masyarakat yang yakin dengan diri sendiri, yakin untuk bercakap, yakin untuk berinteraksi, dan yakin untuk menerima orang lain tanpa rasa kekok. Inilah nilai yang tidak boleh dibina dalam sehari dan tidak boleh dibeli dengan wang. Ia lahir daripada sikap, pengalaman dan keterbukaan yang diwarisi bertahun-tahun. Dalam dunia hari ini yang semakin berpecah, semakin sensitif dan semakin sukar untuk berhubung secara jujur, sikap sebegini sebenarnya satu kelebihan besar. Malaysia mungkin tidak sempurna, tetapi cara rakyatnya berkomunikasi menunjukkan kematangan yang jarang disedari. Kita mungkin anggap bercakap English di pasar itu perkara kecil, tetapi bagi orang luar, ia simbol kepada negara yang bersedia berhubung dengan dunia tanpa meninggalkan akal sendiri. Dan disitulah keindahan sebenar Malaysia. Kita tidak perlu menjadi orang lain untuk diterima. Kita hanya perlu menjadi diri sendiri dengan yakin. Hikmahnya, kadang-kadang kekuatan terbesar kita bukan pada apa yang kita banggakan, tetapi pada apa yang kita lakukan secara ikhlas tanpa sedar. Jadi persoalannya sekarang, adakah kita sendiri sudah cukup menghargai perkara kecil yang membentuk wajah sebenar negara ini? Atau kita hanya akan sedar nilainya apabila orang luar yang memuji? Apapun jawapannya, semoga kisah ini membuatkan kita melihat kehidupan seharian dengan mata yang lebih menghargai. Terima kasih kerana menonton dan terima kasih kerana terus bersama menyelami cerita-cerita yang membuka perspektif satu kisah pada satu masa.